Loafers! Welcome to yet another edition of the Fast Break Kids. I am Wiley here with Lavender Gooms. Just kidding. Josh.
Name in high school. You have no
Jared.
idea.
Oh, really?
I love Lavender.
Wow, you learn something new every day. We got Jared over here on the board. And we are once again doing our rising and falling because it's just too much fun. And people are constantly rising and falling. Rising and falling.
It's called life.
Free falling.
It's called life.
It is called life. Now, it has only been just a few weeks since we last did this, so no real adjustments we need to make. Nothing marginal. Nobody's done anything. Burger King's still selling the hot dogs.
Let's review, though. Jared, what's your take on bacon?
Bacon
still good.
Still rising.
Still rising.
Still rising. Temperature is definitely rising, literally.
Eagles, I like their moves, so I'm
falling
with that. Giannis is a freak.
He's a freak.
But in the best way possible. We discussed that last time. He's the freak in the best way possible.
It's not derogatory.
It's not derogatory.
Not derogatory at all.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get it going. For the record, this is our March Madness edition. March Madness has swept the nation and swept me off my feet, frankly, in the worst way possible because I've been crying all weekend.
Well,
my bracket is on fire. It's in flames. It's torn to pieces.
How many people do you know who legitimately had a good bracket all the way through? I can count on my hands, and by that I mean none.
I actually know just a couple people that do.
That have like excellent brackets all the way through?
Well, compared to most people's, they're excellent. But it's the majority of the people who didn't pick Michigan State to win it all, which is what we did. So, tears. And that brings me to my first rising pick. Rising.
My gosh.
Tears. Oh boy, this is hideous. And you're seeing the picture now in all its glory. Oh, you know who that is? You remember this guy, Josh?
I don't want to talk about it.
This is Adam Morrison.
I've never seen somebody. I mean, obviously,
that's ugly crying right there.
This is an emotional game. I'm not even gonna deny that.
It is very.
I think, in my opinion, the most emotional game out there.
Well, because it's so sudden and so brutal.
Exactly. You can literally you're up, and then all of a sudden, whoa, lost
absolutely.
By 2 points. Up by 1, lost by 2 points. Crazy.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, this guy was like dripping snot and just
tears for fears.
Oh, that's classic.
Tears indeed.
Adam Morrison had tears, but do you remember that, guys?
I do.
Literally, snot was coming out, and just.
I remember it especially because it was such a meltdown by Gonzaga against UCLA.
Oh, it's okay. He had a redeeming, full, rich NBA career.
How many championships did he win?
2. He won 2 with the Lakers, right?
More than I ever will.
With the Lakers?
With the Lakers.
And he had such a...
Oh, hell of a career.
Oh, man, he was like this much of that team. If even that. Like, that's like zoomed in at 100%. Or 1,000%, sorry.
But that was a monumental meltdown.
Yeah, and that just brings me to... rising. Tears are rising. The tears of fans all across the nation for all their teams heartbroken. You can just give me a litany of teams that are so distraught right now. Michigan State, they were championship contenders
since the beginning of the season, pretty much.
Behind Kansas, the favorite.
To be honest, I thought Michigan State was the best team in the nation that has
Denzel Valentine, not Washington Valentine. I've been saying Denzel Washington the whole week, getting people confused.
It's the same guy, right?
No. It was Denzel Valentine.
Okay.
This is not He Got Game where he's got the afro and the knee pad and stuff.
Perfect. Yeah,
but Northern Iowa just was hit with the worst. I think that is the worst meltdown ever
that I've ever seen. I think
14-2 run in 31 seconds.
Right, they're up 12 with 34 to go. Is that what it was? Something like that.
So bad.
But here, okay, talking about tears. Let's talk about where they were. So you have the highest of highs, that half-court shot.
Texas, another team that's
nice
crying.
I appreciate that view.
Texas is another team that's crying.
But Yeah, of course, yeah. But you and I, right? They get the half court shot at the buzzer, right? So they're up here, right? And then immediately the next round,
The
they
contrast.
Go 6 feet below.
You know what they say?
Oh.
All's fair in love and war, and in parentheses, and sports.
Basketball, especially.
Sports too. All's
Really?
fair.
There's not already a 30 for 30 with that Zach title?
Oh my gosh.
All's fair.
I'm serious. I need to get ESPN on the line right
A 30 for 30.
now.
Gosh, you're an amateur
What if I told you?
director, right? You can make that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on the weekend.
Freelance.
Freelance. Not amateur, freelance.
Animal actors only.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have a few dogs that would be willing to be in.
Can they stand up on their hinders? It's pretty much the
when
only
someone-
requirement.
Only when someone holds their front paws.
We'll put a. Oh, you know, we'll
Like
put
with
a.
strings, like in a puppet
So we'll
thing,
green
like
screen
it just
it.
like.
Usually we put peanut butter on the boom mic, and they're just all over it. You know what I mean?
That'll
That would get terrible sound. That would do.
No. It's on the boom.
That's what that would sound like.
No, it would not. It's peanut butter on the boom mic, which is out of the
On
shot.
the mic.
It's out of the
Peanut butter
shot. They're
on
not
the
licking the
boom
peanut butter. They
mic.
want to
They
lick
want
the peanut butter.
it.
So they're
You
just
keep it out of
jumping
the shot.
at the boom.
Yeah, that's
I
how you
feel
get them to go up
Jared.
on their hinders.
Yeah.
Do you know anything? Like about anything? Oh my. Sorry.
Are we about to fight, Jared?
No, we are not about to fight. You keep going.
Good, because I am
I'm not gonna
tired.
fight you over
So
freelance
tired.
I
directing
got it.
work.
Let's go.
Okay, put that away.
Let's go.
But
So,
no,
yeah,
tears
tear. It's
all across the nation.
What is your thought? For me, I think this is the best 2 rounds I've ever seen in a tournament.
You know what? I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. I'm gonna share my thoughts.
So far, not the best tournament I've ever seen, but well, because it's not over yet.
It's not over
obviously,
yet.
But best 2 round, or at least the best first round. I think.
You know, a really funny thing about this, everybody's been going nuts about all the upsets and all the high seeds. There are only 2 double-digit seeds left in the Sweet 16, and it's Syracuse and Gonzaga, 2 not small teams.
I think Gonzaga
So-
can go to the Elite 8 though. 'Cause they
It's
play
really,
Syracuse, don't they?
it's really not about the mid-majors, despite the upsets.
So that means we're guaranteed to have one in the Elite 8 though, right? Because they play each other, don't they?
Yeah, they play each other.
So there you go. That's cool. Fun fact.
It's a bonus. Watch out for them.
That is a bonus. Hey, yeah, about that.
Sabonis!
Bonus points.
Shout out to
I was
Arvidas
gonna say his dad
Sabonis.
Arvidas was the name.
I just like saying his name. Arvidas. All right, Josh,
On to the next.
your
I
rising pick.
Well, yeah, this goes without saying. It's March Madness.
There you go.
Madness is so real.
You know, the CBS March Madness music is just like
When I
a
hear it-
beautiful thing.
When I hear it, yeah, I cry tears of joy. Also,
the greatest moment,
Tears are rising.
the greatest moment in sports, the single greatest, outside of your team winning any sort of championship, is that first dun 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 dun. When the first game is about to start, your bracket's clean, you're feeling so hopeful. You've never been happier, you've never been more excited. It's like Christmas
It's
morning.
the greatest time of the year.
It is sports Christmas morning. And then about an hour later, it's the saddest thing ever.
I'd say about 3 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours. They
Depends
stagger the game.
Depends on how your bracket.
No, they stagger the
They
game
do stagger.
quite well.
They do stagger. So don't you play it. It's not that
Is
time.
it too early
It is
for the
not
one
that
shining
time.
moment? Ah.
We do not have that one.
The ball's
shining
been
moment
tipped.
yet.
Not yet.
The perfect bow at the end of the season as
Oh,
well.
Luther Vandross.
For all of you young people who don't get it, okay? It's Luther Vandross. It's a classic. It's staying, all right? Deal with
It's
it.
brilliant. I love that montage at the end of the tournament.
It's the only thing that keeps me watching. If my team's not in it, I'll watch the national championship simply for one shining moment at
Yeah.
the end. But we'll get to that
We digress.
when it's over.
So March Madness, rising and rising.
I'm like a phoenix rising from Arizona.
I believe you have another rising pick. Do you?
I do, my friend, I do.
Lay it on me.
So we discussed a team that fits this, the ACC.
A conference, an entire
The
conference
is
that
rising.
is dominating
6
this
teams
tournament.
in the Sweet 16.
They've only lost one. Only one team.
Only one team. Okay.
That's big time.
It's the most they've ever sent in Sweet 16.
Especially for how topsy-turvy the first weekend
Yeah.
was. Or at least it seemed like it was.
Yeah, it's amazing, and the fact that here's really my biggest. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how I feel about Syracuse. I didn't think they belonged in the field at
Well-
all. Their record was 19-13. Does this speak to the ACC's greatness? I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily believe that or not, but it is impressive what they've done. They've had to play. They played Dayton, a team that didn't even show up.
Hey, I was really bummed about that. I was really rooting for Scoochie Smith.
I love Scoochie. It's the greatest name ever.
It's a great name. It's a great name.
Scoochie.
Yeah.
It beats Scooby. And Scooby
Does beat Scooby,
It's
yes.
better than Scooby.
It's better than Scooby.
We've had one of those.
Jared, where do you
Very
weigh in
recently.
on the Scoochie Scooby?
I think they're both absolutely ridiculous names, and if they weren't athletes, then they would be complete buffoons in their everyday, regular lives.
All right,
I
Jared's a little
pity,
sour
I
about this.
pity
All
the
right,
individuals that are
okay.
not professional or
Okay.
semi-professional athletes that aren't named Scoochie or Scooby, or that are rather.
I don't know
Excuse
anyone
me.
else that's
Whoa.
named that isn't. So
That's what I
There's-
mean. It's because they changed their names. Their names
you're
are.
destined for greatness then, if that's your name.
There's some
Ah
heat
man, I
coming-
don't
That's what
know.
it means.
Some heat coming.
Name
from
your
over
son
here.
Scooby or Scoochie.
I will name my kid
Destined-
Scoochie.
Destined for greatness.
Scoochie Lewis.
That bad.
So the ACC.
They played a ridiculous.
Uh,
they're doing work right now.
I think Syracuse. I think with Syracuse, you got to look at. They didn't have Jim Boeheim for the first part of the year, and they weren't very good with him.
But
And they got much better when he got back.
what does that say though?
It
'Cause-
says he's a great coach, and they needed him.
His assistants have been there with him for how long now? Probably more than 10 years. I'm sure at least one of them has been there for probably at least 15 years. or
Josh,
so.
we all know the
That's what I'm
fragile
saying.
nature of the athlete's mind
When a coach
and
goes,
confidence.
I get it when you're an in-game. I get it because it's okay. There are some coaches who are literally what they say in-game coaches. You know, ones who are able to make adjustments and adapt to the game as it needs. You know,
Right.
as the game dictates. And then there's some coaches who prepare very well. You know, that's real.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Who takes that matchup?
I just don't-
Gonzaga or Syracuse?
Gonzaga all the way.
Yeah.
Although
too.
I think it's.
I think so too.
Syracuse plays a fantastic zone, which will limit the three-point shot, but they can get inside.
Sabonis and Wiltshire,
Wiltshire,
those two are
so
scary.
underrated for his inside game. It's ridiculously underrated.
Yeah.
Even as a freshman at UK, he could do. He had this nasty inside game. He can shoot it. He can do a hook shot with either hand. His footwork is impressive.
Absolutely.
So
I mean they've proven that through the tournament, you know,
Yeah.
beating a very good Seton Hall team who a lot of people
I
were
think-
saying this team is for real.
I called Gonzaga in that
Me
game,
too.
honestly.
I did too.
But I felt Seton Hall could definitely do work. They could play well. Yeah.
That's a team who beat Villanova twice this year,
Yeah. Wow.
especially and ran through their conference tournament to get into
They
the
did so well.
the March Madness, but fell short against a very good, talented Gonzaga team
Yeah.
who just isn't feeling the pressure of a high seed anymore.
No.
They're an 11.
'Cause
They
they
got
know
nothing to
where-
lose. They're playing with house money.
They know what kind of team they are. anyways.
Exactly.
They've been dealing with this. Well, I mean, so I'm not gonna lie to you. The year they were
The number one
the year they
seed.
were
Oh
number
my
one
gosh.
seed, that was abysmal. But you know,
Everybody could see that, like, oh, this is a bad. I mean,
That
they had no
aside,
choice.
yeah,
They
yeah.
had no choice.
they
They had to
be.
give it
they
to
were,
them.
They're what? They're ranked number 3rd in the nation at that point. Like they had to be number 1 seed.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to.
So,
But everybody saw that writing on the
Yeah.
wall.
Oh, I mean, it instantly. But anyways, the ACC doing very well.
Very well.
Virginia's balling. Maryland, I feel like is an Elite 8 team. I think they.
Duke
I
is
think-
still in it. I had them
Here's
losing
the
game
thing,
one, but
though, man, I'm not surprised at Duke. I'm really not. I'm really not surprised at all.
it's Ingram.
Grayson Allen too. Honestly, he's a punk.
Yeah, he's
but
good
the
too.
kid can. He's efficient.
But I think
He shoots like
Ingram is the difference maker.
when he's
He
on-
is
yeah.
so long. He looks like Kevin Durant out there,
He
build
looks
wise.
he looks like a mix of Corey Brewer and
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant with the shoulders of AD
Whoa.
from his freshman year.
That sounds like a Frankenstein character.
He looks like a Frankenstein character. He's a weird-looking dude.
I love his game though. I think he'll do work in the NBA.
He's very talented.
If he bulks up.
He's got to bulk
He's got
up.
to bulk up.
Because he's not like Kevin Durant where he's shooting fadeaways and shooting threes the whole time.
No,
He's
he
much
gets
more
to
of
the rack,
a
he gets to the rack,
finisher. He's got very good spin moves, stuff like that.
Oh, beautiful.
But he
Learn
does
it from
need
me.
to build up a little bit. But,
Spin
you know,
move, got it from me, honestly.
ACC, very dominant right now. We'll see how they move forward, how many teams they get into the Final
I
Four.
think they could put in. I think they could put 2 teams in the Final Four.
I can see that. Virginia.
Virginia and either Maryland or Kansas.
I don't think Maryland's going to get... Kansas is in the Big 12.
Oh,
I don't think Maryland gets past Kansas.
Well, oh my god. I'm embarrassed. I'm thinking.
It's all right. It's all right.
I literally meant to say Duke. I don't know why I was thinking Kansas because Maryland's playing Kansas. But yeah,
I don't think
I think
Duke...
Virginia or Maryland or Duke will get in.
Well, actually, I was going to say I don't think Duke can get in, but my problem with Duke is they have no bench. They play
literally
6 guys,
7 guys,
and that's it. Oklahoma, as sketchy as they are, is because they're mainly shooting.
Yeah, they shoot a lot of threes.
All 5, their 5
A lot of
starters,
threes.
the 5 starters have made over 100 starts together as a unit.
Wow.
That is amazing. Starting
Wow.
all together. That's something you think you can really bank on in the tournament. So
Stat of the day right there.
Ryan
Stat of the day.
Spangler, don't sleep on him.
He's a transfer too.
Average like double.
I love Spangler.
But
Good man. Good man.
much more fun to get to with the tournament. Now let's go to the falling board, and this one hits me deep. I feel really bad about this, but falling.
Yeah. Is this?
I'm so sorry, Bill. I'm so sorry. Bill Murray is falling.
What do we call this now? So this has to be. This is already a meme. So what do we call it, Jared?
Take him off the falling side right now.
Did you see him at the Xavier game?
It was depressing to
It was
watch.
so depressing.
Take him off the falling side, or I'm gonna go ballistic.
He's only falling for a short time.
No,
Relax.
no.
I'll go home tonight and watch
Bill
Groundhog
Murray.
Day, and then I'll immediately put him back on the ride.
Bill Murray's
Okay.
his son. His son is an assistant coach for Xavier.
Yeah, assistant coach.
Xavier's playing Wisconsin. It was fun watching Bill Murray. They constantly cut to him. He was excited. He was in the game, and it was great. And then, unfortunately, Wisconsin decided.
Stupid giant
Bronson
killers.
Koenig
Bronson
shoots a ridiculous fadeaway leaner 3-point in the corner
I have words to say about that
to
shot.
win the ball game. And they shot over to Bill Murray, and he just looked so distraught and so
I
lost.
can't even
And
do
I
his
felt
face
so
because the host
bad.
didn't even try.
I mean, it kind of looked like that right there,
Just
except
blank.
a little more confused.
It was blank,
A little more
confusion, it was
confused.
a little bit of sadness.
Maybe there was like a tear right
A
there,
little bit of sadness.
and it was so bad. Wait a minute. Oh, he's done falling.
He's done falling.
He's done falling. You
Well,
did
he's
your
a-
time, Bill.
Now he's rising. He's a meme. You know, he's a meme now.
Space Jam.
He's back.
He's back. He's
Jared.
rising again.
Right.
Don't worry.
Good, because I already had a Bill Murray card waiting to pop him on the
He
rising
wouldn't
side.
be falling that far. Don't be
You know what?
ridiculous.
I
He's too
fear,
good. He's
I
too
fear that you would not have done that had I not hassled.
good.
That's possible.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
No, how dare you ever even put him on there for a second? For a nanosecond.
I feel that way.
Turn around.
But let's talk about that game, though,
Yeah.
for a second. That's the wettest shot I have ever seen in my
Ooh.
entire life.
Falling. Wet. Let's not use that word anymore.
You don't like that?
I don't
I
like
love
it.
it, man. That shot was wet.
Jared, where do you fall in on this?
On
We're
what?
just having debates.
Falling on.
Josh said that shot was wet. How do you feel about the use of that word?
I've never liked the use of that word.
Ever? You mean the history of the English language? or
In
just
a
specifically for
basketball context, I don't like that word for obvious reasons.
What's the obvious reason?
And I'm not going to answer that. And I prefer to just be like, oh,
Good shot.
You know, good shot, yeah, or like,
You really made that one.
ooh, spicy,
Yeah.
or something, anything but that, dude. I'm not about to say that.
How about
Wait,
moist?
can you? Give
That's
us,
what I'm talking
can you
about. That's
give
what I'm
us-
saying. Is I'm not gonna. That's like the equivalent of saying that.
You don't like moist because I used it for the Taco Bell. Explain yourself.
I
Check
think
that
it's
out.
funny. I think it's funny. That's a funny word. I just don't like hearing. I just don't like hearing it. I don't like hearing it. No.
Moist.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't like it. It's
can you give us
it's
the
like
spicy thing
What?
again?
it's like
Okay.
ooh, spicy.
That sounds like spicy.
The bias.
Oh, spicy. You gotta cut that out. Is that racist?
No,
too?
we're trademarking now.
Okay.
But if we get rid of wet, which I don't think we should, 'cause I love it. That's just my take.
Bill Rapp
Say
should
goodbye to
start
the
using
Splash Bros. Like you can't call them the Splash Bros if the shot.
I've never liked that either. That's like, I don't know. There's some things. It's like
I'm okay with the Splash Bros.
you
but-
do.
But only because they're wet. That's the reason.
No, stop.
That's the reason behind it. You can't call them the Splash Bros. Oh man, they're
Splash, splash.
It's like,
Splash.
ooh, that shot was ooey gooey. You know what I mean? Do you know that makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it?
the Warm Brownie Brothers, man.
Ow!
They're the Warm Brownie Brothers because they're so ooey gooey.
So ooey gooey.
How about that?
Yeah.
What are we talking about now? This is
They're the
getting
Brownie
weird.
Brothers.
Let's
Okay,
move-
well, adjectives aside, that shot was amazing.
It was an amazing shot, and it was a dagger in the hearts
Like
of
that
all of Xavier.
That and the
fans.
UNI shot, the half-court buzzer beater, that's the best shot of the whole entire tournament thus far. Amazing.
It's been wild. Falling pick.
falling. I feel nothing. I feel nothing when I make this selection. Nothing. Nothing.
That is sick.
Nothing. I don't know how to work pins.
Come on, find it. There you go.
Bam. I feel nothing for this pick.
It's because you don't
It's
like
the
any of the teams in the
Pac-12. I
Pac-12.
don't dislike teams in there.
The conference champions.
I don't hate anybody in the Pac-12. They just continually disappoint me. Year to year.
They're not usually that disappointing.
Disappointment year to year. UCLA, a blue blood program. Didn't
What
even
about
make
the
tournament.
SEC? All they have is Kentucky.
SEC's not a basketball conference. We know this.
What?
They're not. They're not. I don't care what kind of argument you make with me. They're not. They
You
are
can't
a
just
fo-
be a conference that's only specific for one
They are a
sport.
fo-
That is lame.
They're not great.
Then give it up to the
Top-
Pac-12 to
top
at
to-
least be able to be in every single
oh yeah,
sport.
they are. I love the Pac-12 in general, but this is March Madness, baby, and they are falling hard.
They are. I can't argue with the fact that they're falling in this tournament. It's
Okay.
been terrible.
Can we just point alone to the Arizona game? I know it's tough. I know
Whoa.
it's hard, but Arizona didn't even show up to that game.
They didn't. They didn't. And Wichita State
But-
didn't make it easy either. They were.
They played some of the
They
best
played
defense.
fantastic. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
you know what. And I'll say this to your point. It's not like Wichita State came in and just made everything and
No,
just
they're-
splashing it all over the place.
Honestly, they're awfully offensive.
They only
They're bad.
won by what 10?
Well, they're up by how many though? You know?
But I mean, it wasn't like
the game really was.
oh they
probably,
ran away, up by 30 or something like these other teams.
Yeah.
But they shot poorly in the first half.
Yeah,
they
they're
just
not good
shot
offense.
less poorly
Right.
than Arizona.
did.
And I told Jared and our dad this, watching that game, I can't remember anything that any of the Juve Wildcats did. The only person, there's only two things I remember. I remember Tarzuski playing his butt off. He was the only one that
Target's
showed
had
up.
A good game.
And
Finally,
then-
too, I'd love to see that.
And then
action.
Kadeem Allen literally, I think he turned the ball over 8 or 9 times. He was awful.
Why was
Just
it?
the
You
worst.
gotta play Cartwright there.
That's what I wanted the whole time. He's
Yeah.
more of a point guard anyways.
He is. He's a point guard. That's
But
the point guard.
go figure on that. It wasn't meant to be. And
The only- yeah.
Juve's going to be stacked again next year. They're
Oh,
getting a
great
huge
recruit.
recruit. Same with Kentucky. Kentucky is out as well, losing to a very good Indiana
I
team.
want to talk about that. But
Indiana
back to-
played really well in that
Indiana
game.
played great. I can't even talk. They played amazing.
But
Back to the Pac-12 though. Cal. The seating was. I can't talk
Yo,
about the seating.
no.
Just bad.
Cal
Just bad. Just bad. Just bad. Just bad.
is bad.
Just bad. Just bad. They were a
You
border.
said bad 6 times.
They were a bottom level team in the Pac-12. Not really, but like
Who, the Cal?
what?
You talking about Cal?
Cal. What are you talking about?
Cal was the number 3 team in the Pac-12.
They're a bottom level team.
Charles Barkley called them the second most talented team in the whole nation.
That just shows how bad the Pac-12 was then, because I didn't think they were a good team pretty much the whole entire year.
They were good. They lost their leading scorer and assist giver. Is that how it is? Assist giver?
Assister.
Assister?
That sounds weirder actually.
Assist man.
Assist man.
They lost. Who was it that was sick? One of their players was sick the day of the game, and then they had to fire an assistant coach earlier in the week because of issues like, I don't exactly know, but issues.
Whatever.
So they fired a guy, lost the guy due to broken hand. Another guy was sick the day of. Still, they should have won. They should have beat Hawaii anyways. When you have multiple guys who are considered NBAers, future NBA prospects,
You gotta beat teams like
you got to beat Hawaii.
You gotta beat teams like that.
It's just how it's got to be. And you know what? This still plays into my last pick because
But hang on. First,
before I make it,
we can discuss Oregon State as well, because that was rough.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that against
overall-
VCU?
Yeah.
I picked VCU.
Of course, who didn't pick VCU?
Hey, but Gary Payton Jr. looks good.
Oh, he's a good player. I think he's gonna. If he,
Is it junior or the third?
It's junior, isn't
Okay.
it? Isn't it? No, is it junior? I just call him Gary Payton. It's GP3, isn't it?
The mini
Or
glove?
GP. I just call him
The mini glove.
I just call him the glove son. So he's the lefty glove.
Haha, yes.
He's the left glove. I thought he was fantastic. I thought
He had a great game.
yeah, he can do it all. Like you literally seen, he can do it all. He can rebound, he can score, he can pass, he can do it all.
He really can.
But that aside, the only team in the Pac-12 that's doing any good is Oregon. And even then,
should have lost to St. Joe's.
Oregon getting number 1 seed really just.
Well,
Who else were you gonna? I mean, who honestly?
Michigan
who,
State was the other team that people were
well,
saying should
they
get the
should've
one
been
instead.
Michigan State.
But Michigan State couldn't beat Middle Tennessee, so
That's why it's called an upset.
Giddy Pots.
That's why it's called an upset.
Giddy Pots.
He goes on the all-time name list, I think.
Giddy Pots, that's a good name. He looks like a. I tweeted this
That and
out.
Scoochie.
He looks like a Shetland Justin Tuck.
I saw that. I enjoyed that,
It's a good mini Justin.
buddy.
All right.
Bring us home.
For my final falling pick,
Wait a minute.
Mr. Negativity here. I'm sorry, I have to. It is the game of basketball.
Oh my gosh!
My goodness.
I had no prior knowledge of this.
This is some of the worst basketball I've ever seen in March Madness. If you legitimately, it's exciting, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely amazing television at the end of the games. But have you sat and watched these games and really paid attention to the decisions that these guys are making on the court?
Point me to some specific instances and then we'll chat.
You watch
I'll tell you who we
any
have to
game.
blame.
You watch.
I'm gonna jump
No,
in
no, no,
here.
no! Don't you dare. You
Oh,
hold-
I dare.
No, no, no. That is our next segment.
It's happening.
That is our next segment. We will not get into that.
Wait.
You watch any game, and Jared and I are constantly doing this when we watch these games. Every minute goes by, me and Jared look at each other. Wow, that was a horrible shot selection. How many times, guys?
yeah.
Oh, step back, 3. Oh, we'll just settle for this jumper.
I'm gonna disagree.
The big schools, the
disagree with you
major
guys.
schools, all the major schools that really lost, it's because they take stupid shots.
Okay.
Yale out-rebounded Baylor. How does that happen?
Although greatest response I've ever heard ever, by the way.
They went up,
And
grabbed the ball, pulled
With
it
two
down
hands
with 2 hands.
That's
and they
what
did
Sarah
that
Lee
more
got.
than
They
us.
did that.
But it's seriously,
Classic.
Baylor, you're bigger, you're more athletic. How'd you get
Classic.
out-rebounded? Because you didn't follow the basics of the game.
Follow your shot.
I dropped a pin on the ground.
Don't take dumb shots.
All right.
Don't take dumb shots.
Don't take dumb shots. Work it inside to the paint.
Oh, especially when you have Rico
It's so
Gathers.
simple.
When you have Rico Gathers, who's like 6'8", 200 million pounds.
Oh, don't
That
even get me
dude-
started.
That dude could play lineman in the NFL and be an All-Pro for the next 10 years.
He's going into the NFL.
Is he?
What?
He's going to be a tight end. I'm pretty sure. But
He's 6'8".
I don't want to get off track here
Oh my god.
by saying how crappy the basketball has been lately. Watch a game. The decisions are just moronic.
Okay, it's college though. Keep that in mind.
It is college,
Keep
but
that in mind.
it's such an
College is supposed to be the more pure version of the sport, though. If we're being honest,
No,
NBA is
no.
flashier and it's
Well, okay.
there's more talent, obviously, because these guys have the time to hone their skills. But honestly, college is supposed to be the more technically broken down in terms of the levels of basketball that we see. Am I right?
You are right.
I'm right.
Yes, you're right.
Yes,
So I
you're
guess
right,
that's
you're right.
I guess that's kind of what we're judging this off of. Thank
Still,
you for
though-
my time.
Also,
I
the
think it's-
missed layups by West Virginia
Rough.
blew
Well, they're-
my mind.
They're a transition team solely. They can't do anything but run the transition.
Layups, though.
They
We're
can't
talking
really-
layups.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it's not interesting. I'm not saying it's not exciting.
I just can't.
But if you take away the crazy endings and just watch the basketball, it's been terrible.
I wouldn't say.
Did you see Wisconsin, Pittsburgh?
It was a-
They didn't break
It was a brick
like
fest.
40 until like 5 minutes to go in the second
I'm almost
half.
positive the halftime score of that game was 21-14,
It was so bad.
something like that.
And yeah, it was close, but that doesn't just take away how
I can't
bad that
subscribe
basketball
to the idea that it's been terrible.
It's been pretty bad.
The
Michigan
quality is-
State,
it's
Michigan State, better athletes, better players, lost to Middle Tennessee. You can't let that happen
That bit.
because they shot threes. They
Oh,
shot too
Hang on,
much.
stop. Was it a good basketball game?
Actually, you know what?
Was it a good basketball
You know what?
game?
I will redact that statement. That was actually a good game because they went, what was it, like 80 to 80 something. It was really close, and both teams actually shot pretty well.
Okay.
But
okay.
save that game. The majority of these games have been bad.
Very poor decisions.
Poor
can't-
decisions.
I will.
They
second
may be
that.
college.
You can't call that. You can't say it's an
They may be college players, but
But why is the coach not pulling them aside and going, if you do that again, you are sitting on the bench?
So you can have a good game. I mean, so you can have a good game that just has terrible basketball. Like I feel like that can't happen. I feel like you can't. You
the
can't say a
ending
game-
can be exciting.
No, I feel you can't. I feel like you can't say a game has been a good game, but the basketball was poor. I don't know if you can. Do
I didn't
that.
say a game was very good. The ending was good, but the whole game not so much.
And who do we have to blame for this?
No, no.
What?
I was gonna make it. My whole extra point was about this individual. You can totally go off for the extra point. Save it for the
Oh,
extra
I
point.
agree with this too.
Alright.
'Cause
Save
I
it
have
for the
words,
extra
Jared,
point.
I too have words for
Okay.
this.
All right. Well, if you guys are done,
Just
with your
diffuse the bomb.
Yeah.
dumb
Diffuse the Jared bomb.
crap.
I'm done.
Are you done? No, I
You
can
can clip it to your shirt.
Yeah,
The
it-
mic's pick him up.
They can hear me. I
Really?
talk really loudly.
Jared's really loud.
Okay. So. Okay. So
I'm not sure what to do.
first
with my hands.
one, Rising.
Call real good.
Lionel Messi, as if he needed a reason for me to put him on the board. He hit a ball, an errant ball, and it broke a woman's arm.
I heard about that. Oh
How
my
much
gosh.
Kick power. Dude, I didn't see the woman. She could have been a billion
Call
years
him the
old.
mule.
But I don't care how brittle your bones are. If your arm is getting broken,
By a
By
soccer
a soccer
ball.
ball.
Soccer ball.
That's
press.
pretty far away. It's not even like right at the moment of the kick. I mean, she's out in the crowd.
Right. My condolences, but still, Rising. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't believe it.
Broken bones. Rising.
Okay.
Just a quick sidebar. That might be the greatest. That might be the greatest soccer team ever assembled. The Barcelona
Yeah.
squad right now.
Yeah,
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's the official stance of the Fast Break Kids. Breaking people's arms. As long as it's cool, it's on its rising.
Hey.
Okay,
Break it down for us.
the other one, Rising. The Williams brothers. Nobody really knows who they are. I don't even know who they are really, but I read this story.
Off to a good start.
You know where I'm going with it?
Of
Of course you don't. I had to dig deep to find this.
I'm excited to hear it.
There was a couple in Tallahassee that, not that deep, I don't really have to dig that deep, but that they were having a baby. And
Oh,
they
I heard
texted-
about
They
this.
texted and they wrote in the wrong number. They're like, hey, we're having a baby.
It was a group, like
She's-
a group text.
She's 5 to 6 inches dilated or centimeters dilated. Blah. And all this stuff. And the dude's like, he's like,
Like how you're going 5 to 6 inches dilated, like, and you're putting your hands up, like.
stop,
foot.
stop,
This
don't
is-
emphasize that. Don't emphasize my errors like that. And
Please
they'll-
continue.
and he's like, oh, you know, I think you got the wrong number, but well, congratulations or whatever. And then they're like texting him again with like a picture, like, hey, there she is. And they're like, oh, it's the wrong number again. And they like apologize, but then these two dudes, these Williams brothers, they like, I don't know who we are. You don't know who we are, but we're swinging by to see the baby. And they went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Saw the baby, gave him some gifts. Very cool.
That's rad.
It
Good
is rad.
people still exist.
That's so cool.
Even
Yeah.
more than broken bones, the Fast Break Kids endorse good people.
Yeah, and I'm surprised somebody.
I like it,
a
man.
story was on there where someone didn't get murdered.
Williams brothers.
Can we do that one day? Can we just show up to the hospital?
Just
with,
show up
you
to a
know,
hospital.
Say, hey, we're here for the baby.
We're here for the baby.
We're
Which
here-
one? All of
All
them?
of them.
Okay.
We don't have enough gifts for that.
We have gifts for maybe 2, maybe.
Maybe if we buy like a bag of like Jolly Ranchers,
That's what babies need, right?
give them each a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, I think they're
They can't chew on
That
anything.
and a
Just
Mookie
suck on
Blaylock
it.
jersey.
baby-sized Mookie jersey. That would be cool.
They
I
all
don't know
just
where you
say
get a hold of
Mookie.
that.
It's like, wait, which one?
Yeah, they're all Mookie. Okay,
They're all Mookie.
okay. I only have one falling.
That's what we need.
cake.
More people walking around this earth named Mookie.
That is
That's
Scoochie
a cool
and
name.
Scoochie.
Mookie blows
Mookie.
Scoochie out of the water.
Mookie's
Okay.
a cool name.
So, my last one is falling, and that is clickbait. And it's the worst thing ever. I hate it. It's not only is it's
It's
becoming
insulting.
It's tedious.
it's becoming jarring
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like the age reducing
Ooh, the
things
age
where they,
ones
like,
are
show
bad.
Somebody who's just
Yeah.
like
Here's a zombie.
Just cracked skin everywhere, and all of a sudden,
right. There's those
right.
ones. There's like
Psych.
the guys that are
Every-
huge.
yeah, totally
It's like,
jacked and like they have, like the face
what?
of like a 100-year-old man.
like, they don't use protein anymore.
Yeah.
What?
And
They
then
found the secret.
That's my favorite one.
ever
You
tried
found the secret.
ever tried googling your name? Try this side and you.
Arizona drivers are astonished by
Yeah,
this simple
yeah.
trick.
Yeah, that's
What?
Arizona drivers, yep. I've seen that one many times. Many,
It's
times.
when you hold this hold the steering wheel like this. That's how I was doing the
That's
other day.
how
I was
you're
on the road.
supposed. That's how I
And
drive.
I was like 10 and 2, 10 and 2.
Do I need to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our new, like,
Have you ever
gang
clicked on one
sign.
of those? Have you ever clicked on one of those?
no.
I haven't either.
I think it's a good thing.
I wonder, like
Fast Break Kids, we do not endorse clickbait.
We don't. But I wonder if there's like one out there, like that episode of the Flight of the Conchords where he replies to the African whatever, and it works out for him.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Nigel
That's,
Salandu.
that's great.
All right, so clickbait is most definitely on the falling list. And I'm
Find a
just
spot,
gonna poke that
find a
right
spot,
through the
and right.
right in your eye, McGregor. Bang.
Conor McGregor, everybody.
He's still falling.
Cue the Irish music.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll put it in there.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do it myself.
You're not that hard up.
Okay.
Wow. There you go. I mean, a lot of additions. Lots of additions.
A lot of stuff to edit out.
We're gonna have to
but-
shuffle stuff around to make more room for the next Rising and Falling. It'll be a while. We don't do it. We usually don't do it this close together, but next time we'll actually move stuff around beforehand, stuff like that. But thank you for tuning in. For Josh, Jared, I'm Wiley. This has been Rising and Falling. You can follow us at
What is it?
Q line. It's Jimmy Boot Sauce. At Jimmy Boot Sauce.
Yeah, you guys know it.
And then you can follow me at Wiley_Coyote12. Be sure
That's
to
a
check
one
us
and then a
out.
2.
1, 2, not 3. Check us out. We tweet a lot except for Jared, but when he does,
He tweeted at me once.
it's like the blood moon. It's like you gotta see it. It doesn't happen very often at all, but
I don't think it's
you gotta
anything
check
like
it
the
out.
blood.
It's not
moon.
like the blood moon?
Nope.
Man, I need to check out your Twitter handle again, because my view of it is
Yeah,
way off.
I took all the.
Oh,
weird
you took it off? Okay.
platinum-
Took all the blood stuff off.
Yeah.
Blood pudding.
Blood farts.
Anyways, what?
Keep going.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the show, subscribe, comment, tell everyone you know, and have them do the same thing. Tune in next time. We'll see you on the Fast Break Kids. And remember, Stay in school.